Good morning. Today we will discuss another problem on final accounts of companies. So let's see the question. So this is the question. I'll read. The following are the balances of Adarsh Limited as on 31st March 2015. Now the various credit balances and the debit balances are given. That is, the credit balances include share capital, share of rupees 100, 40 lakhs, 12% debentures 30 lakhs, profit and loss account 2,62,500, then bills payable 3,70,000, creditors 4 lakhs, sales 41,50,000, general reserve 2,50,000, provision for bad debts as on 1st April 2014 35,000. Now the various debit balances include premises 30,72,000, plant 33 lakhs, stock 7,50,000, debtors 8,70,000, goodwill 2,50,000, cash in hand and at bank 4,06,500, calls in area 75,000, interim dividend paid 3,92,500, purchases 18,50,000, preliminary expenses 50,000, wages 9,79,800, general expenses 68,350, salaries 2,02,250, bad debts 21,100, and debenture interest paid 1,80,000, and the total comes to 1,24,67,500. Now the additional informations include depreciate plant by 15%, write off rupees 5,000 from preliminary expenses, half year's debenture interest due, create 5% provision on debtors for doubtful debts, provide for income tax at the rate of 50%, and stock on 31st March 2015 was rupees 9,50,000. Okay, so this is the question. That is the trial balance or the various credit balances and debit balances are given. Then again the additional informations or the adjustments are given. So we have to prepare the statement of profit and loss together with the note to account and also the balance sheet together with note to accounts. Okay, so first we will see the statement of profit and loss. So this is the statement of profit and loss. Now this is the statement of profit and loss. Okay. So the name of the company is written on the top, that is Adarsh Limited, statement of profit and loss for the year ending 31st March 2015. Then as per the format, the columns are serial number, particulars column, note number, then current year and previous year. Okay. So we'll start with the revenue from operation. Now regarding the format of statement of profit and loss, the items include, with regard to the revenue, the first one will be revenue from operation and the second thing will be other income. Then comes the total revenue. Then we will write the various expenses including purchases, change in inventory, employee benefit expense, finance cost, depreciation and amortization expenses, other expenses also. Then we will total these expenses. Then when you deduct the total expenses from the total revenue, we will get the profit before exceptional and extraordinary items and tax. Then we will deduct exceptional items, then we will get profit before extraordinary items. Then once we deduct the extraordinary items, we will get profit before tax. Then again we will be deducting the tax expense, then we will get profit after tax. So that is the format. Now here there is no exceptional and extraordinary items, so we can take tax expense only. So we'll begin the revenue from operation, that is sales. Okay. Now it is given in the note to account with note number 1. So we'll see the note to account. So in the note to account, revenue from operation sales, that is 41,50,000. Okay. So it is 41,50,000. So the sales comes to 41,50,000. So in note to account, revenue from operation, that is sales 41,50,000. So that we write here revenue from operation 41,50,000. Then there are no other incomes. So no other income is given in the question. So there is no other incomes. So the total comes to 41,50,000 itself. Now we will take various expenses. So the first one is purchases. So the purchases amount to 18 lakh 50,000. So purchases 18 lakh 50,000. Okay. Then regarding the change in inventory, we will make a comparison between the opening and closing stock, and it is the details is given in note number or note to account, that is note number 2. Now this is the note to account. Now here change in inventory, opening stock is 7,50,000, closing stock 9,50,000. So the difference is of 2 lakhs. That is closing stock is more than the opening stock by rupees 2 lakhs. So this is a negative figure and we will give it in brackets. Okay. Now we will write change in inventory 2 lakhs. That's a negative value. That's why it is given in brackets. Now employee benefit scheme. Now what are the employee benefit expenses given in the question? Let us see. The employee benefit expense includes salaries and wages. Okay. Now we will check the note to account. So employee benefit expense, salaries 9,78,000, 79,800 and wages 2,02,250. So the total comes to 11,82,050. So you will write the total here. So employee benefit expense 11,82,050. Then comes the finance cost. Now what about the finance cost? That is note number 4. Here the finance cost is interest on debenture. Now in the question, interest on debenture, that is debenture interest paid is given, that is 1,80,000. But again in the question one more thing is given, that is half year's debenture interest is due. So there is outstanding debenture interest. Okay. Now regarding the outstanding debenture interest, now debenture interest for the half year is paid, that is 1,80,000. Then again the next half year's interest is pending due, or it is pending. So 1,80,000 is paid and again 1,80,000 is due. So when we write the finance cost, under the finance cost there is interest on debenture 1,80,000. Then add outstanding debenture interest 1,80,000, that is half year's interest is due. So 1,80,000 plus 1,80,000, that is 3,60,000. So finance cost comes to 3,60,000. Then comes depreciation and amortization expense. Now in the question, depreciate plant by 15%. So here the fixed expenses, the fixed assets include premises, plant as well as intangible asset, that is goodwill. But here we have to depreciate only plant by 15%. So depreciation will be plant 33 lakhs into 15 divided by 100. Okay. So depreciation and amortization on plant, that is 33 lakhs into 15 by 100, 4,95,000. So depreciation and amortization expense 4,95,000. Then other expenses. Now what about the other expenses? That is note number 6. So other expenses include, now in the question the various expenses are, wages we have taken, under employee benefit expense, salaries also we have taken. Now the remaining expenses include general expenses. Okay, so general expenses 68,350. Then bad debts 21,100. But there are certain adjustments relating to bad debts. Here the existing provision is given, the new provision is also given. Okay, so first we will write general expenses 68,350, then bad debts 21,100. Then new provision is create 5% provision on debtors. Now new provision will be debtors 8,70,000. So 8,70,000 into 5 divided by 100, that is 5% of debtors. That is 5% of 8,70,000. That is the new provision. Then again existing provision is given in the question, that is 35,000. Okay, now we will see the adjustment here. So bad debts 21,100. New provision, that is 5% of 87,000. 5% of 8,70,000. Okay. Then less old provision or existing provision which is given in the question, that is 35,000. Bad debts, add new provision, less existing provision, that comes to 29,600. Then one more thing is write off rupees 5,000 from preliminary expenses. So the total preliminary expenses, that is which is a deferred revenue item. Okay, so preliminary expenses is 50,000, but this year we have to write off only 5,000 from preliminary expenses. So this year's expense will be 5,000. So that also we will write here. So general expense, then bad debts, add new provision, less existing provision, then again preliminary expenses written off 5,000. So the total comes to 68,350 plus 29,600 plus 5,000, that is 1,02,950. Now we will see the statement of profit and loss. That is other expenses 1,02,950. So the total revenue is 41,50,000. Then total expenses 37,90,000. That is the total of 18,50,000. Then 11,82,050, 3,60,000, 4,95,000. Then 1,02,950 minus 2 lakh, that is 37,90,000. So the difference is 3,60,000, which is the profit before tax. Now here we will have to deduct the tax expense, that is 50%. So 3,60,000 into 50% is 1,80,000. So profit after tax is 1,80,000. So total profit 3,60,000. Then 50% taxation 1,80,000 and 50% profit after tax, or the difference constitute profit after tax, that is 1,80,000. So this is the statement of profit and loss. Now we will move on to the balance sheet. Okay, now what about the balance sheet? So this is the first part of balance sheet, that is the liability or equity and liability. Okay, so we write the name of the company, Adarsh Limited. Then balance sheet as on 31st March 2015. Again, here there can be serial number, then particulars, note number, then current year, previous year. Okay, so start with equity and liability. So under equity and liability, the first item is shareholders fund. Now again under shareholders fund there comes share capital and reserves and surplus. Now here the share capital is having a note number 7 and reserves and surplus note number 8. Now we will see the note to accounts. Okay, so this is note number 7, which relate to share capital. So share capital, authorized capital is 40,000 shares of rupees 100. 40,000 equity shares at the rate of rupees 100, that is 40 lakhs. Then again issued, subscribed and paid up is 40,000 equity shares at the rate of rupees 140 lakhs. Now here in the question there is calls in arrear 75,000. Okay, so calls in arrear is 75,000, that we have to write here. Okay, so 40,000 equity shares of rupees 140 lakhs, then less calls in arrear 75,000. So the paid up capital will be 39,25,000. So we write share capital as 39,25,000. Then comes the reserves and surplus. Now we will see the adjustments regarding reserves and surplus as per note number 8. Okay, so this is note number 8. Now reserves and surplus. The general reserve amount is 2,50,000. So given in the question, it is given in the question, that is general reserve constitute 2,50,000. Then profit and loss account opening balance is 2,62,500. Okay, so we'll see. So general reserve 2,50,000. Then there is no mention regarding the dividend declared or the percentage of dividend declared. So there is no statutory transfer to reserve, or we need not statutorily transfer. We need not transfer any amount to the general reserve by statute. So as the dividend percentage or the percentage of dividend is not mentioned in the question, we need not transfer any amount to the general reserve. And no transfer to reserve is given in the question also. Okay, so general reserve 2,50,000, add transfer from surplus or transfer to reserve, no amount is mentioned in the question. So the total reserve constitute 2,50,000 itself. Then comes surplus. So the opening balance is given in the question, that is 2,62,500. That is profit and loss account opening balance. Then add profit for the year, that is current year's profit after tax. So that was 1,80,000. So the total is 4,42,500. Then less appropriations. So here there is only one appropriation, that is interim dividend. No need to transfer any amount to the general reserve. So transfer to general reserve nil. Then interim dividend is given in the question, that is interim dividend paid, that is 3,92,500. So that we have to write. So interim dividend 3,92,500. So the final amount is 3 lakh. That is reserves and surplus. Reserve constitute 2,50,000. Then the net surplus constitute 50,000. So the total coming under reserves and surplus is 3 lakh. So that we will write under reserves and surplus, that is 3 lakh. Then comes non-current liability. So here there is a non-current liability. Under the non-current liability there is long-term borrowing, that is debenture. So 12% debenture is given. So long-term borrowing, that is 12% debenture, 30 lakhs. So that we will write here under the non-current liability, long-term borrowings 30 lakhs as per note number 9. Then next item is current liabilities. There is no other item in non-current liability. Only one item is given, that is long-term borrowing, that is 12% debenture, 30 lakhs. Then comes current liability. Okay, now what about the current liability? So under current liability, one item is trade payable, and the trade payable includes creditors and bills payable. Okay. So here creditors 4 lakhs and bills payable 3,70,000. So it's given in the question, that is creditors, bills payable is 3,70,000 and creditors 4 lakhs. So the total constitute trade payables. So trade payables include creditors and bills payable 7,70,000. So that also we will write here, that is trade payables 7,70,000. Then comes other current liabilities. So here under other current liabilities there is interest on debenture due. Okay, so half year's interest on debenture was due. So other current liabilities include interest on debenture due 1,80,000, that is outstanding interest on debenture. We have taken it here also, that is here it is given, that is interest on debenture add outstanding 1,80,000. So this 1,80,000 will come under this head, that is other current liabilities, interest on debenture due, that is 1,80,000. Okay, so this 1,80,000 we will write under other current liabilities. So it is other current liabilities 1,80,000. Then again short-term provision, that is the provision for taxation. This year's taxation amount, that is 50% of 3,60,000. So short-term provisions, note number 12. So here note number 12, short-term provisions, provision for tax 1,80,000. So that also we write here. Trade payables, other current liabilities, short-term provisions. So the total is, or total of equity and liability comes to 83,55,000. Now we will see the other thing, that is the asset part. Okay, so this is the asset part, non-current assets and current assets. Okay, now what about the non-current asset? Now we will check in note to account, that is note number 13, that is tangible asset. So note number 13, tangible asset, land and building 30,70,000, that is there is no depreciation. The depreciation is provided only on plant and machinery. So under tangible asset, land and building comes to 30,72,000. Then plant and machinery 33 lakhs less depreciation, that is 15% depreciation. Okay, so less depreciation 4,95,000. So the difference is 28,05,000. So the total tangible assets comes to 30,72,000 plus 28,05,000, that is 58,77,000. So the total tangible asset 58,77. So tangible asset 58,77,000. Then comes intangible asset. There is only one intangible asset, that is goodwill. So intangible asset, goodwill 2,50,000. So that also we wrote here. So intangible asset 2,50,000. Then comes current assets. Okay. Then under current assets, the various items include inventories, that is closing stock. The closing stock is given 9,50,000. So it is given in the adjustment, that is stock on 31st March 2015 is 9,50,000. Then comes trade receivables. So here the trade receivable, note number 15. So trade receivables, that is debtors. Okay. So debtors 8,70,000, then less provision. Okay. The item given in the adjustment will be taken in two places. So just like the sole trader or the partnership firm or whatever be the organization, the adjustments will be taken in two places. So here the provision is taken in statement of profit and loss, that is add new provision with the bad debts. Then the second place is debtors less provision. So debtors 8,70,000 less provision 43,500, that is 8,26,500. So trade receivables 8,26,500. Then cash and cash equivalents, there is only one item, that is cash in hand or at bank 4,06,500 is directly given in the question. So 4,06,500. So that also we write here cash and cash equivalents 4,06,500. Then comes other current assets, that is note number 17. Let's see. So other current assets, that is preliminary expenses, that is deferred revenue. So preliminary expenses given in the question was 50,000. Okay. So preliminary expenses 50,000. Then this year we will write off 5,000. So the remaining amount will be 45,000 only. Okay. 50,000 less this year's write-off amount or the amount written off during this year, that is 5,000. So 50,000 minus 5,000, the balance will be 45,000. Okay. So other current assets 45,000, then the total is 83,55,000. So this is the final account. Statement of profit and loss, the profit after tax is 1,80,000. Then balance sheet, the total of equity and liability comes to 83,50,000. Then asset also 83,50,000. So the balance sheet total is 83,55,000. Okay. So this is regarding the preparation of statement of profit and loss and also the balance sheet as on 31st March 2015. Okay. Thank you.